You know when you're scrolling online and you see one of those crypto claims that just seems a little too good to be true? Well, a source has been making some serious waves with a really bold promise about one specific coin. So today, we're going to break down their argument, piece by piece, to see exactly how this kind of persuasion works in the crypto world. Let's dive in.
It all starts with a single powerful number, 10x, a tenfold return on your money. I mean, that's the ultimate hook, isn't it? It promises to turn $1,000 into 10,000. It's designed to stop you in your tracks and grab your full attention right from the get-go.
And then, to make it even juicier, they throw in a deadline, before 2026. This isn't some vague, oh, maybe someday kind of promise. Nope, it's a specific target, and it's not that far away. That creates this real sense of urgency, and it makes you lean in and ask, okay, you've got my attention. What's the coin?
And the answer they give? Cardano. Not Bitcoin, not Ethereum, but a coin that the source totally admits a lot of people just ignore. And that right there is the first clue to their strategy. They're framing Cardano not just as a good investment, but as this kind of hidden gem that you, the savvy viewer, have just discovered.
Okay, so this is where the argument gets really clever. Instead of just launching into all the reasons Cardano is great, they do something much smarter. They actually start by talking about all the criticisms. It's a way to build trust, right? They're acknowledging exactly what you, a skeptic, might already be thinking. So they list out all the usual complaints you've probably heard before. People say it's slow, it doesn't get that crazy viral hype, it's not trending on social media every single day. And look, in the super fast world of crypto, those things are usually seen as huge negatives. The source is basically saying, we hear you, we get your doubts, you're not wrong. And boom, here comes the pivot. After agreeing with all the criticisms, they flip the script entirely. All of a sudden, being slow and quiet and out of the spotlight, well, that's not a weakness anymore. It's presented as a potential strength. The argument completely changes to, the very lack of hype is what creates the perfect setup for a massive out-of-nowhere explosion. So now that they've kind of disarmed your skepticism, they can finally start building their positive case for Cardano. The focus shifts completely from what Cardano isn't to what the source claims it is building for the long term. This slide is really the core of their entire argument. It draws this super simple but really effective contrast. You've got all these other coins on one side, just chasing hype, living for the next trend, with no real substance. And then on the other side, you have Cardano, which they frame as building the future, all about real development, strong tech, and long-term growth. This all ties into what they call the builder philosophy. The idea is pretty straightforward. While everyone else is chasing buzz and marketing, Cardano's been in the lab, quietly building a rock-solid technological foundation. So the bet here isn't on a quick fad. It's a bet on solid engineering that's built to last.
But come on, no investment pitch is all sunshine and rainbows, right? It can't all be upside. So now we get to the section where the source has to balance those potentially huge rewards with some cold, hard reality.
Okay, so here's the three-step plan they lay out for how that 10x return could happen. First, the entire crypto market has to start growing again. You know, a rising tide lifts all boats. Second, within that bigger market, Cardano specifically has to get way more popular and widely used. And third, that increased adoption is what will cause its value to multiply. It's a pretty logical roadmap, even if it is a bit simplified. And just when you're getting all hyped up about the potential, they hit the brakes hard. They throw this phrase up, it's a very deliberate change in tone. It's their way of saying, okay, pull back from the excitement for a second. You need to pay really close attention to the risks now. And the warnings are crystal clear. They tell you flat out, a 10x return is not a guarantee. All crypto is risky, period. And you should never, ever invest blindly. And honestly, this isn't just a legal disclaimer. It's a smart move. By telling you all the risks, they actually make the potential rewards seem a little more credible, a little more trustworthy. So we've had the logical bull case. We've had the dose of reality. So what's the final move? How do they seal the deal? Well, they switch tactics one last time. They stop talking to your brain and aim straight for your gut. This little phrase here is all about building up to that final closing thought. It's their way of telling you, okay, forget the numbers and the warnings for just a second. I want you to focus on this one last powerful idea. And there it is. The final pitch isn't a fact. It's not data. It's a feeling. It's FOMO, the fear of missing out. After all the analysis, the entire argument boils down to this one simple question. What if they're right and you're the one who sat on the sidelines and missed it? It's a powerful move that shifts the whole debate from, is this a smart investment, to, will I kick myself later for not making this investment? And that's a question worth thinking about anytime you see a promise that seems just a little too good to be true.